What's happening, family? My name is Tyler.
And I'm Daryl checking in with you.
Yeah, and this is Uncharted Mind, right? The podcast about life, health, and wealth.
Yes, sir.
Today we got a good one for y'all, man. Y'all know we try to target the people from our city, from our hometown, from our stomping grounds first, before we, reach outside of the city limits. And today we got one of those guests for y'all, man. We got somebody who's Swainsboro homegrown, has a dope story. I ain't gonna get into it. I'm gonna let her yap it up and tell y'all about it. But it's super dope, man. Super motivational, inspirational for those people who are going through what she went through at the time. So without further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce Pat. Pat, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's good. So how do you say your full name? Is it Patrionna?
Patrionna.
Okay.
I can't read that well. I'm sorry.
Patrionna. Comes from Patrick. My dad's name is Patrick. So I guess they wanted to keep Pat or whatever.
Yeah.
So it came from Patrick.
Okay, shout out to Big Pat, man. Shout out to Big Pat, man. My God. Okay, so let's get into it, man. Let's talk about why you're here. All right.
Okay.
First, introduce yourself for the people. They know your name already, but give them a little background about yourself, your story, and why you feel like you're on the show today.
Well, I'm 30 years old. I'm married. I've been married 9 years.
Okay.
31. I'm sorry, I said 30. I'm 31 years old.
It's all the same.
I've been married 9 years. I'm originally from Dublin, Georgia. I grew up in Dublin. I only moved to Swainsboro when I got married.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm on the show today to talk about my weight loss journey.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, and what's the name of your movement that you got going on, just in case they don't know or haven't heard?
Get Fit with Pat. My website is www.getfitbypat. But it's either or, Get Fit by Pat or Get Fit with Pat.
That's dope, man. And real quick, you say you've been married for 9 years.
9
shout
years.
out to the husband, man. A-Top, man. He was on the show.
Hey,
Coach Q.
He put me on. He is the one that started Get Fit with Pat because I was just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, explain that.
I wasn't really. I guess I was so focused on myself. I had people asking me, oh, would you help me? I wasn't interested in helping other people at first.
Mm-hmm.
I was just so focused on getting myself right. When you're a mom, you're always so busy and you focus on other people. So once you get a chance, you start focusing on yourself. That's what you want to stick to. You don't, you just focus. Definitely. So he started Get Fit with Pat. He just started saying it out of the blue. I mean, he was like, just get fit with Pat. And it just went from there. And I was like, okay, well, this might be something I could do. And it just took off. I think he made a shirt. People were liking the shirt. And it just went from there. It took off. He did that, y'all.
Okay. So shout out Coach Q then, man. So that brings us basically to our first question is why? What's the why behind, your weight loss journey, and what was your biggest motivation behind that?
Right. It really stems back to what I just said. I got married so young. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. It was always just husband and kids. So I was like, dang, man. And one day I was like, you know what? I was sitting at my desk one day and I was contemplating about joining the gym. I think I was 176 pounds at the time. And I was like, dang, man, I might as well. I mean, I used to be fit. So once I joined the gym, I was like, now they get my money every month, so I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
So I was going, and I think the first week I dropped 6 pounds, and I was like, okay, I can get used to this.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kept going, and kept going, and kept going, and I mean, it just went from there. Now it's addictive, it's crazy. So it was. The motivation behind it was just working on myself, basically. It was just me. I didn't care what nobody think. I didn't care what my husband thought, the kids. I was like, I always do for them, so let me just do this for me. So it was just self, it was it just clicked, and I just went from there.
And that's dope, man, because a lot of people I talk to who have gone or is going on the same journey that you've been on or that you're on now, because it's never ending, right?
Right.
But they usually have exterior things that kind of lead them to this type journey. Whether it's looking good for a significant other, or
Right.
just maybe being spoken about in maybe not the not the best language. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's good that you found that the motivation in yourself to go after it and get it done.
Yeah.
So let's talk about when you got started though, right? So what was the month, year you got
Look, I
started?
know the exact date. Listen,
Okay.
January 15th, 2021 is when I started this year.
Oh, is this year?
Sheesh.
This year, January
Oh, okay.
15th. This year. Now, I used to work out, years ago, but it will always be just like a hit and stop, hit and stop.
Okay.
I work out a good 3 weeks, take a week off, and then I'll start back. It was never consistent. But January the 15th, it's been of 2021. It's been consistent every day, every other day. Yeah.
That's so crazy because like I know you like you've like created your brand so well on Facebook and Instagram and all that. Like when I see you, I just think automatically of like fitness. So in my mind, you've been doing it for like years. You know what I mean? But it's only been
a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. But no, I just started. But it was
dope.
like once I started, I went so hard from the very beginning. You would think that I've been doing it for years. But no, man, I've completely transformed my body. Like ridiculous. It's crazy. I didn't even know I didn't know that was possible. Like, but it was like even with the eating and stuff, like once I started, I just went hard from the very beginning. Like I no slack, no time off. When I was in it, I was in it. Like, yeah.
What was the click then in between the time where you were kind of in and out, you know what I'm saying, not really consistent until January 15th of this year? You get what I'm saying? What changed? What was it, like just a mindset shift, or was it something like I don't know?
Mindset shift.
Okay.
Right, mindset shift. Like I promise you, I don't know. It was like something just came over me. I was sitting in my desk. I was contemplating about what I was gonna do, and I was like, I'm gonna just join the gym.
Okay.
It just clicked. Like I really don't have no other explanation for it. It was just a mindset, just like that. Like it's just I don't know. It just clicked. Like I still be asking myself, like, what happened? Like I promise you, I don't know. It just clicked.
Okay.
So are you like consistent with most things you do in your life? Because I know a lot of people who aren't consistent with things and other things in their life. It's a little bit harder for them to stay consistent to something like working out if it's new. So like, are you pretty consistent?
I'm pretty consistent. I've been with my husband since I was 17. So
that
shows.
That's right.
Consistency. I've only had. I'm 31. I've only had like 3 jobs. So I'm just I'm consistent with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Okay, so you said you started off at 176.
176.
176. Okay, so tell the people where you at right now.
I'm 125.
What's the math on that?
Let's do the math. That's 51 in my book. I don't know. I ain't the smartest. You know what I mean?
There you go.
51 pounds. That's big time. And what? 10 months? Not even?
Not even that. Before then, like August. I'll give it to August. So 8 months.
51 pounds in 8 months. Healthy too. Not drinking all this crazy.
Yeah.
I saw somebody post.
Man, ain't no tea, no waste.
No detox. Yeah.
Real quick. What you think about that? I know we're gonna upset a lot of people, but what you think about all the quick fixes to the weight loss?
I'm not knocking the tea, but tea don't burn fat.
Yeah.
Tea only detoxes the toxins that's in your body. It may help you lose weight, you know what I'm saying, for a good bit of time. I might want to try this. I might want to put this dress on, so I need to detox just to get this stomach down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's really all the tea is. It don't burn fat. It doesn't. It don't burn fat, and it don't change your shape.
Man, I saw somebody post something the other day, and I posted about it.
No offense to the tea drinkers, but
no offense.
Yes, no, that's not what we here to do. We here to motivate, not you know what I mean, not downplay anything. Here's the thing, though, man. I saw somebody post the other day, a picture with like some lemon juice and some coffee beans or something like that, grounded up, mixed together. I'm like, bro, just go to the gym, man. You know what I mean? Just go to the gym. You ain't got to be doing all this, trying all these chemical contractions,
Yeah. Now
contraptions to, you know what I mean?
I've heard of that. But me personally, I've never tried it. But I've heard of that.
But here's the thing, right? It's unsustainable if you don't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may burn it, like you said, you may burn it for a little while. You may, push it out, clean the body out for a little while, but it's not sustainable if you're not working out with it. You know what I mean? So, all right. So, okay. So you got a movement, right? That you mentioned earlier, Get Fit with Pat. When did you start, I guess, training other people?
I started, let's see, it's November. I just really started September. I want to say September is when I started. Okay. Yeah. So I would say the end of September is when I started. It took me a minute. I had people been asking or whatever, but it took me a minute. I'll say the end of September.
Okay. And how does that work? Like, do you do like one workout per week? Like, how does it? What's your schedule with?
I'll be so busy. It's not even funny, man. I work a full-time job now.
Yeah.
I get off work 4:30 every day. So from 5 to 9, I'm training if I'm not working out myself. So I got about 3 loyal clients that I train.
Okay.
Yeah, I got about 3 loyal clients. So anywhere Monday through Thursday, anywhere from 5 to 9, 5 to 8. Yeah, that's about it.
5 to 8, Monday through Thursday. Okay, that's big time.
So do you do it like in groups or do you do like individual sessions?
It depends on how they schedule. Now, if they want to schedule around the same time, I will do them together. But most of the time, it's from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, something like that.
Do you see a bigger Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
That was it. I forgot. Just said
okay, my bad. But I was just gonna ask.
Y'all got bad minds up here.
Yeah, but I was gonna ask, like, do you see a bigger like commitment rate, like with the people that come in groups versus like your individuals? Like, are they more consistent when they come together?
No, they're more consistent when they come individual. Individual, okay. Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because maybe performance?
A lot of people, yeah. Performance and others not wanting to compare themselves to other people. This person might be in better shape than me. I do have a client that's like that. She just wants to work by herself. I don't know how they're in shape. I don't want to be working out with you, or we're working out together and I'm trying to keep up with her. I just want to go at my own pace. And I respect that. So, but they're more committed, individually instead of a group.
Okay. I got a question real quick though. So I know that you mentioned that you're working a full-time job and you're trying to get your training, in between. Have you considered leaving your job or maybe taking a lesser role at your job to, put more time into the training?
I considered. I have. I just hadn't done it yet. Okay. But that's the goal. Like that's the plan.
Okay.
That I don't know. I guess fear.
Fear of what?
I guess fear. Like I've overcome a lot of fears, but I guess I don't know, fear of not having like the actual income that I need, because people aren't consistent. Like a lot of people you cannot depend on. I mean, they're just people. So I just have that, it's just that little bit of fear that people are not going to be consistent enough to where I need them to provide for me. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So, which it's not about the money all the time, but I have to survive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But I will say this though, man. Fear is like one of those things that keep, my opinion, that this didn't come from anywhere else, but I believe that fear is one of those things. Fear of the unknown is one of those things that keep 98% of the people, where they're at. You know what I mean? So I think the way I choose to look at it is, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? I read this book. It's called The 4-Hour Work Week, and I think it was by Tim Ferriss, I believe his name. And he said, we make up all these scenarios in our mind, these worst case scenarios in our mind if we quit our job and go after our passion. And he actually makes you do this exercise and write down like how likely that worst case scenario is to happen. Right? When you really think about it, it's super unlikely. You know what I mean? For the worst case to happen. And
I've never thought about it like that. I have never.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad you said that. I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah, and we speaking from experience because we both done left our job. So, but we
unemployed
making it. But at the same time, they gave us time to really hone in on what we here for. Basically, what's our purpose,
Right.
and basically other things that we could invest our time in versus someone else's company or business or whatever.
Right.
Not to say
Right.
anything wrong with that, but at the same time, the best investment you can make is in yourself. So that's that's kind of the journey we on right now, and that's what we pushing here on the show. So no knock to people with the 9 to 5s, but
of course,
Right.
you gotta fund your dream.
Yeah.
You gotta fund your dream. So
Yeah.
you need that 9 to 5 to fund your dream. But just put it in perspective. You know what I mean? What's
Yeah.
you got to think about it like this. What's the upside of you leaving today and going after your passion versus you staying today and the next day and the next day and the next day and wondering what would have happened if you went after your passion? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's just something we have to think about, when we're making those decisions. What was the hardest part of your weight loss journey? I know I know you're a consistent person and you made up your mind, you had the mindset shift, but I'm sure that was something that was a little bit difficult for you. What was that?
The eating.
Talk
Yes,
about
me
it,
too.
please. Talk about it.
Yes, me too.
This
The eating,
part people don't want to hear.
There were days, man, I wanted to cry, like, because I knew I couldn't have this stuff, like, and I love food. Everybody loves food, but
of course,
and I'm a cooker. I cook a lot, so I would cook their food, and then I would cook my food. But I mean, there were days I wanted to cry because I knew I wanted to eat this stuff, but I just couldn't do it because I know it's gonna set me back. So I was like, I just dealt with it. But that was the hardest part. The food was the hardest part. But once I got it down pat, it was over with. It was over.
So it's a 2-part question. So that was the hardest part for you. But do you think that's what keeps most people back from achieving that level of success? Yeah.
Yeah. Food, man. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Big time.
99% of it is food. I'm telling you. Yeah. The food and the late night eating. Like, people don't know how to consume the food. They consume too much. They overindulge and they want to eat it late. They want to eat it late, and
your body doesn't have time to burn it off, because you're going to sleep on it. So it's just, it's sitting.
Yeah. And a lot of fast food, a lot of people be busy like me. They don't have a lot of time. So it's a quick grab, and that's it. That fast food, like 90. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say 98% of it is people not changing their eating habits, and it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. It's difficult. That's like one of the hardest parts about this. I'm telling you, it's difficult, especially if you're not used to it. Starting out, it's difficult. But I mean, it's just something you just gonna have to make up in your mind that you got to do.
Definitely. Nah, me being transparent, man. I work out every day, but I still struggle with the food, man.
Yeah, me
I mean,
too.
I ain't
gonna lie.
Hard.
Yeah.
I struggle with it.
And it's mostly time. Like, it's a time issue, So, if what I try to do is to meal prep, and I'll make a short little, plug right here. I do have a meal prepping business, I'm trying to get off the grind. So, y'all get at me.
Shout out to Dane's Kitchen.
I do actually. Yeah, I'm not pushing it too hard just yet because it's a few kinks I want to work out, but I do have about 2 or 3 consistent clients right now. So it's going pretty well, for the few people that I do have. But so how do you how do you combat that personally? Is like, do you meal prep? And
I do.
Okay.
I do. I spend my Sundays all day.
Sunday, okay. How many days out do you?
Normally, I would do 5. I just do Monday through Friday, and I fix enough 2 meals. I fix enough for lunch and dinner. And it's not always the same thing. Like, I do stuff different. Now, I have meal prep for a few clients, but I always just do something different. But Sundays are my days that I cook, like, all day. And now I'm meal prepping for my husband, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man. And I see you got a Savannah State shirt on, man. Shout out to Savannah State, man. They undefeated.
Yeah, we just left the game. Actually, we just got back.
Definitely. What, 5-0, right?
4-0.
4-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, and then too, I know like and I think you kind of touched on it earlier. Is like I think one of the biggest downfalls is not drinking enough water, and 2, like the eating in between the meals, like the snacks. That's where I fall into play. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to have like a healthy. I ain't gonna say hard, but you know, it's kind of inconvenient to have a healthy snack. You know, so how do you do about your snacks or in between meals?
Cut you some fruit up for the next day. That way you ain't got no excuse to go in there and grab no cookies. Just cut it up. Get you some nuts. Nutri-Grain bars, granola bars. It's really what I do. But most of the time it's fruit, either fruit or cashews, walnuts, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Or even just like some boiled eggs or something. I mean, something like that, like simple stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So is there like a specific like type of food you stay away from, like the sodium, the sugars? Like, what is there a specific type?
I try to stay away from sugar. I try to stay away from bad carbs like potatoes, pasta, stuff like that, which I really don't eat that at all, actually. If I'm gonna eat carbs, they're good carbs.
Okay. So what are your good carbs then? What do you describe as your good carbs?
Sweet potatoes, avocados, stuff like that.
Okay.
Those are like
avocados.
Good.
I don't like
I like avocados, bro. They
don't
good.
like them.
Slice them up, you know, saute them real quick.
Good carbs. Yeah.
See, I don't try it, bro. I can't do it.
Which bad carbs, you know, like pasta and stuff like that. I mean, you can eat that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just not every day and not
in moderation. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the right portion.
Like you can eat that stuff. I just chose to go cold turkey. That's just like when I started, I just went completely cold turkey, like on everything.
That's discipline, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's man, I surprise myself sometimes, like for real.
Man, that's crazy. And here's the thing, man. Like I like people like you because, you know, if you have the discipline to do that, it's like if you're not successful, like, you know, in whatever you want to be successful in, I feel like it's a waste, man, because that's the hardest part. Discipline is the hardest part to achieve in any level of success.
Consistency,
You know what I mean? And consistency. You know what I mean? And so the fact that you got that already, man, you 95%, you know, you've climbed 95% of the hill, man. So shout out to you for that. All right, so listen, you do these weight loss tips, right? And I don't know if you remember. Listen, I don't know if you remember all 5, but we both follow your page. Yours and your husband's page. Very you know what I mean? A lot. You know what I mean? We look at it a lot.
And shout out to y'all for the consistency. Like, man, they content every day, all day. Like they had it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, when I be like, listen, I'm gonna just chill for the weekend. I see y'all post. I'm like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and
man,
you know what
listen,
I mean?
I told you on the episode we had your husband on, man. Like I was telling him every time I see y'all in the gym, and you know, I'm talking about they getting after it the whole time, bro. Like, let me do a little something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying though, man. But see, that's healthy though, man. Like we don't see it as competition. We see it as motivation. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like people should see the success of others and get motivated instead of, you know, look at it from an envy standpoint, man.
Ridiculous, but we're not even gonna touch on that right now. It's ridiculous.
Another episode for another day.
Yeah. And we interrupt you, but go ahead with your help tip.
Speak, because you said something about people water intake. That was my very first tip. Man, even just drinking water, a gallon of water a day can make a huge difference. That was my weight loss tip number 1. Drinking water, man. You'll be surprised at how you think you're hungry, but if you go in there and drink your bottle or 2 bottles of water, you're full. You're not really hungry. Like so that was the weight loss tip number 1. Drink your water. Drink your water. It will be a difference just drinking water. You'll drop pounds just by drinking water. You know what I'm saying? So and I think my weight loss tip number 2, I think it was consistency. No, it was carbs. Stay away from bad carbs.
Dip on
Put that pasta. Yeah. Dip on them. Put that pasta down. Put that bread down. Yeah. Dip on them. Just weight loss tip number 3. I think it was consistency. Like you get a lot of people, you know, like I know a few people. They want to work out a week, and you ain't lost 3 pounds, so you forget it. I'm just gonna quit. You can't do that. I keep telling you, you have to stay consistent, man. It takes 21 days to form a habit. You got to stay at it. It's 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
I want that instant gratification.
No, give yourself 3 weeks, and even if you don't see it in 3 weeks, man, just keep going. you eventually it's gonna show up. You ain't gonna keep doing all this stuff. It's gonna show up. I mean, the process might be slower than others. You know what I'm saying? So they just,
I'll say something on that. I think if we can help the people switch their mindset from just the aesthetic point of, you know, quote unquote, losing the weight to knowing that you're becoming a healthier person, just so you'll be here longer, so that you'll have less health problems, you know, later on in your life. You know, I think that if we could make that visible to someone, a focal point versus just the look of losing the weight, which I mean, you know, everybody want to look good, but that has to kind of be like a bonus. Okay, I would say to you becoming even more healthy, you know, and I know that doesn't sound sexy, you know, you being healthy, but you just got to think about it, man. Like, look at us as a people, like us as Black people, man. Most of us end up having, you know, diabetes, hypertension. You know what I'm saying? It's just based on, you know, us, high blood pressure, us not taking care of ourselves and not eating the correct diet. You get what I'm saying? So if you see that's a thing in our community, why not change it now? You get what I'm saying? So that's something I'm big on, you know, and I try to push to my kids, but you know how kids are, you know, they love sweets or whatever. But you know, I just don't consistently let them like drink juice, sugary drinks, or eat a whole bunch of candies. Like, nah, you got to get in some water, you know. And I try to
that with a bottle of water, man.
Yes,
go ahead and follow that with a bottle of water.
And I'm trying to ingrain that into them now versus, you know, when they're 40, 50 years old, and now, you know, it's a lifestyle now. You get what I'm saying? So I think if we could switch to becoming more healthy just for our lifespan versus the look, I think that'll kind of help people stay more consistent, because that's the biggest thing though. Like, it's just consistency, and it's hard to do if you don't have the right focal point. You get what I'm saying?
You're right, man. I was just telling my mama this the other day. I had somebody say, "Oh, my back hurts all the time, like my feet hurt," and they're overweight. And I tell them, "Man, you'll be surprised that just by you losing weight, you would feel so much better. These problems that you have and this medication that you own, you know, if you lose weight and get healthier, you probably won't even be taking this medicine."
And it's like with diabetes, you know most of it come from people being overweight. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. I'm telling you. I mean, if you don't want to be on medication your entire life, do something about it. Come on, man. I mean, you just gotta. But some people don't want it, I guess. I don't know.
It's not the cool thing, man. It's not the sexy thing until it's too late. And then you're wondering, you know, why you on all this medication, but you know.
And that's the craziest part, man, because like we have all these family members and, you know, loved ones, friends and all that, you know, dying from all these conditions, heart conditions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All this stuff that could have been mitigated just from, you know, having better health. You know, we get super sad. Of course, you know, it is sad. You know what I mean?
It is.
But it's like, when will we get it? You know what I mean? Like, when will we stop? You know what I mean? It's the definition of insanity. Is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You know what I mean? We can't keep eating crazy and not working out and, you know, not living a healthy life and expect to continue to live longer. That's insanity. You know what I mean?
I got a question too. That's here. What's your thoughts on the what is it? The tummy tucks and the what you call them?
The BBLs.
Yeah, the BBLs. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, we ain't trying to get you to out none of your friends. We don't feel comfortable.
You know, but hey, we're a transparent show. We just be, you know.
Listen, I'm not knocking it. If that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. I mean, more power to them. I'm not knocking. I mean, hey, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But when you get that stuff done, you got to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get it, they gain weight back, then they got to go back to the surgeon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but hey, I'm not knocking it. They look good as hell when they get it done. I'm not knocking them. Y'all look good. Y'all look great. Just maintain it. Just keep it up. That's it. That's my take on it.
But to be honest with you, though, from just a biological, like, anatomy standpoint, like, people have different genetics to where that fat is gonna go on their body. So I feel like if that fat doesn't belong there, after years, it's gonna go back to where it's supposed to be at anyway, especially if you're not maintaining it. So, like you say, you know, y'all fine, but you know, you gotta maintain it. So
they look good. I mean, I'm not knocking. I ain't gonna lie and say I ain't thought about it. I ain't even gonna see it and tell that lie. I did. I thought about it before. A couple years ago, I was like, hey, I could just shoot. They doing. I can go do it too. I ain't got to do all this working out. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I thought about it, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm not knocking it. More power to them. Just keep it up. That's really all I gotta say about it.
And shout out to him, man. We love all people, man. We just want everybody to be healthy. We want everybody to be here for their kids. You know what I mean? Right. When they come, you know what I mean? So, we're not knocking anybody.
We're not bashing anybody, man.
But we want y'all to make a more healthy decision.
Thoughtful,
when it comes to all this. Yeah. So definitely.
Versus just, what everybody doing, the easy way out. Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
So let's not be sheep now. Do it for the right reason. All right, so let's get into weight loss tip number 4. What is number 4?
I think weight loss tip number 4 was stop making excuses. Stop making excuses, man. I'm a wife.
Say it one more time.
Stop making excuses.
Okay,
man.
Yeah, that one hit right there.
Stop making excuses. Okay. Like, I'm a wife. I got 3 kids. I work a full-time job. My kids have all these extracurricular activities. And I still make time. You got time. Stop making excuses, man.
Definitely.
If I can do it, you can do it. Stop making excuses. Yeah, that was weight loss tip number 4.
You just upset a lot of people because that was their excuse. I got kids. You know what I mean?
No,
I work a job. You just killed all that. I'm a wife.
That used to be my excuse a long time ago. These are the things that I used to say. I ain't got time for that. I gotta go home. I gotta cook. I got stuff to do. Like, I don't have time to be working out. That was an excuse.
So what would you tell them to combat that? Like, would you do you have a schedule that you're detailed about? Like, how do you work around the I don't have time or all these other excuses?
My husband is a very big help. Man, when I first started, I was going to the gym twice a day. And I get it. A lot of people don't have what I have. The support that I have. And I know that, you know what I'm saying? So I know time is hard for a lot of people. But, you just got to get it, man. Now I'm getting up at 4:00 in the morning, going to the gym. You just got to find them little holes. Like, I don't care if it's, you put your kids to bed, it could be 30 minutes in your living room. Get it done. That's 30 minutes. Like, before you go to bed. You just gotta find those holes. But when I first started, my husband was a very big help. I was going hard. When I first started, I went head in like twice a day, every day. And he was just a big help. He would sit with the kids. He would get them ready for bed if I would go at night. It was just a lot. He did a lot. He did to make sure that. I know we keep bringing him up. Like, we keep talking.
My God. Hey,
we might have to part 3 and have both of y'all on here, a little later. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good idea. But yeah,
Twinsboro's first power couple. You know what I mean? In the health industry.
In the health, yeah.
He was a very, very big help. But now he's on the road all the time now. So I'm having to just compromise. I'm having to compromise sleep. I'm having to get up at 4:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing now. So I just had to compromise. I had to find some way, and that's it.
But see, that's a hack though. And people don't talk about that enough. If you want to increase the time in your day, sleep less. Don't get me wrong. You need your sleep.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you have to find that balance. If you know that on the back end, maybe you have too much going on, think about getting up a little earlier. You know what I mean? An hour early, hour and a half earlier, 30, even if it's 30 minutes earlier. You know what I mean? You can do a lot in a 30-minute window. So yeah, definitely. I like that.
I had to learn that. I really did. Because I'm not a morning person. Like, hate, when I mean hate, man, listen. So it was just, but now I'm dedicated. So I was like, he's gone, like, all day. It's 9, 10 o'clock when he get in at night. He leaving at 5 in the morning. I'm like, I just got to find a way. So I was like, I'm not a morning person. I want to be a morning person. So I had to start, making myself get up. And that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Even if he comes home, sometimes even late, he gets here at 10, I'll go to the gym by now, 10, 11. Just depends.
That's dedication. Yeah. That's what that is. You want it bad enough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm real big on, the reason somebody hasn't gotten something that they really want is because they
Right.
don't want it bad enough, right? So like
Mhm.
you want it to be fit bad enough to, compromise your sleep and other things in your life to be
Right.
fit, right? So now you
Mhm.
get fit with Pat, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I think that's dope. All
Yeah.
right, so what's the last tip you got for us? Weight loss tip number 5.
Oh, let's see. Weight loss tip is probably gonna be number 5. Am I on 5?
You on 5?
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
said 4, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on 5. So weight loss tip number 5 will be on Monday, and it's gonna be about sodium, salt. So a lot of people, you want to sprinkle that. This food ain't got no seasoning. I gotta sprinkle. You gotta cut it out, man. You'll be surprised at how much salt your body holds on to, man. It builds up fluid. Like you just like, or just find different. Like now, I use this season called Dash. No sodium, no salt. Really don't even have a taste to it, but I mean, it's just what I gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put that salt down. Y'all want to over season this chicken, this season, this Lawry's season salt.
Get rid of Lawry's, man.
Yeah.
Put it put it down. I'm telling you, put it down. Especially with, Black people. That's that seasoning, man. I'm telling you, it's a killer for us. It's a killer.
Speaking of seasoning, listen, I know you ain't had no unseasoned Thanksgiving now.
No.
Talk to me about that. Talk to us about that. Let's be
transparent. Now for Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving was accessible. I had to do what I had to do. So it was an excuse for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine to have those days, man. But it's just changing your mindset to know, okay, today is an off day. But come Friday, I'm right back on, what I got to do. So, you don't. It's like, I know people that, they start their diets and they like just salivating for a cheat day, but me too. But being transparent, but you just got to know, like, and to be honest, starting out, I don't think you should have a cheat day because I think it's so easy to slip back into your old, mindset and your old ways once you have that, especially early on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a month out, or a few weeks out, maybe you can start because then you already trained to want the healthier things more, because you know how it's going to benefit you more than the the off day cheat day meals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and
it's
doing
all
that
about
too, man. And doing that too, actually, bro, because I ain't do it for. I didn't go a whole month without, but I did go 2 weeks without, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like if you go 2 weeks without, all the unhealthy, the sodium, the sugar, and all that stuff, that sugar and that soda, it don't taste the same no more, bro.
Listen, you took it right out of my mouth, man. I'm telling you,
it's like stuff be too sweet, too salty.
I'm telling you, once you get used to it. First of all, let me start out by saying I don't tell my people to go on a diet. Because when people think of diet, they temporary. There you go. No, this ain't
like
something that you want to do.
Yeah.
For a lifestyle change, don't do it. I don't tell them to go on no diet because you want to go on a diet. Oh, I got to do this for this long and then I'm gonna go back. No. Now I try to have a cheat day. I can't even do it.
For real?
You can't do it, man. I love hot wings. When I tell you I used to love hot wings, man. I can eat them every single day. But now I try to have a cheat day, eat wings. I may eat 2, and I can't do it.
See, that's funny because
but to me, that's a good hot wing.
That's a wing man right there.
Yeah, I love everybody that know me know I love hot wings.
Man,
I eat hot wings 3 times a day, 7 days a week.
Listen, every day, every single day, man. Yeah. And it makes me mad because I'm like, I want to eat my wings. Yeah. I want a day where I can eat my hot wings, and I can't even eat them, man. They don't taste the same, or I just don't feel like I just get this feeling. I don't know, but I can't do it, man. I'm telling you, which it's a good thing, but I'm telling you, once you make those changes and you stick with them, you won't go back. Like, it'll be so different. So different.
And Glenn, man, we had a guy on the show, man. Shout out to Glenn Williams. He said something that kind of stuck with me, man. Like, if you having trouble knowing which foods to eat and which foods not to eat, your body will tell you. You know what I mean? You don't get
Yeah.
the itis after eating healthy food. You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact.
The itis is your body collecting these toxins and all this,
Yeah.
this sodium and this sugar,
There's
all this stuff.
chemicals.
Fat.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's
High
slowing
levels
you
of
down.
fat. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's slowing you down. So yeah, if you feel like, I might be eating the right stuff, but you still getting the itis.
Right.
Yeah, bro. That ain't it, man. You need to go
Yeah.
ahead and dip on that. You know what I mean? So,
Dip on them.
dip on 'em, you know what I mean? So, all right. We don't talk about health, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you explaining your journey. Let's transition a little bit.
Okay.
I'm we're both heavy on entrepreneurship and
Right.
leading others to it. And then we realize it's not for everybody, but
Right.
you have this business now. Is this your first business, or have you had businesses before?
It is. This is the first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And so I see your daughter, little mom. Shout out to Savannah, right? That's her name.
Mhm.
Yeah. Savannah.
She sells lemonade, right?
Yeah. hmm
What sparked that, man? Like what made her? Did she
Um.
come up with that idea? Was that something y'all
She
came up with? How does
she
that work?
did. She was like, I think I want to sell lemonade.
Mm.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it came from school or whatever. She was like, I could just put a table and I could just sell. And I was like, okay, I was like, cool. But if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it the right way.
Mhm.
So I got my dad to contact this guy. He got a stand built,
Mhm.
and it just went from there. Like went from there. You talking about making money? Listen, she set up at these surrounding county, the festivals and stuff.
Mhm.
2 hours and we sold out, man. She done made
Mm.
$1,500 easy.
Shit, that's crazy.
Like
That's
15,
dope,
like
man.
And how old
man,
is she? She's 11.
she's 11 and she started at 6.
Mm.
Yeah,
See, that's
man.
so dope, man. Like
Yeah.
I just that's crazy, man, because like that idea it usually stems from somewhere. You know what I mean? Maybe the parent is an entrepreneur,
Yeah, maybe.
a friend or a close relative. And so when kids, especially at the age of 6, when they come up with ideas like that, it's usually not of their own.
Right.
Mhm.
So was Quan was he in his entrepreneurial
He was.
joint at this
He
time?
was.
Okay, so
He was.
maybe that's something she kind of saw and was like, okay, daddy working for himself. Let me see what
Yeah,
I can do, man.
Yeah.
Let me slang these drinks real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. She do real good. She's gotten popular with it now. Like, people reach out from, like I said, surrounding counties and stuff like that, want her to set up a lot of. I mean, sometimes we aren't able to go because of the time frame or whatever, but most of the time we there. Like Pine Tree Festival, we there every year. 4th of July Festival, St. Patrick's in Dublin. Like we there most of the time. But yeah, she does really good. She does.
Okay. So what's the secret sauce to the lemonade? Is it a special recipe or is it just
don't lie? Is it Tang? Don't lie now.
Wait, what's Tang?
You don't know what Tang is? The joint,
the powder mix.
Little powder joint, little lemonade mix.
Oh no. No. Like, man, we use real fruit. Man, we work hard.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's dope. It's dope because we all parents here. So it's dope. And you and Quan instilling that into little mom at that early age, man. Not only is she able to like sell it, but she's able to go through the process of how it's made. You know what I mean? Like the work leading up to the sales. And that's what a lot of people want to skip, man. So I think that's super dope, man, that y'all, not only
be easy
allowing
for her to be an entrepreneur, growing up, when she becomes an adult, because she's already had the experience versus being trained to work the 9 to 5 and then now you're trying to figure out what you really want to do in life. You get what I'm saying? So that's something we want to instill in our kids as well. If that's the route they want to take. So well, shout out to y'all for that, for assisting her with the idea. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super dope, man. Super dope. All right, well, listen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this interview up, man. This interview has been dope, of course. I expected it to be. I mean, get fit with Pat. The only, right?
Yes, man. Yeah. I work my butt off. You hear me?
And we see the picture. Y'all can see the picture in the background. Once we post this on YouTube, y'all gonna see all that.
Oh yeah.
So she out here working, man. She tummy down, and she said she was a mother of 3 kids, bro. So like, no excuses. You know what I mean? No
Mm-mm.
excuses, man. Shout out to all the mothers out there. I have the utmost respect for y'all. And I
Yeah.
want y'all to live a long and healthy lifestyle, man, for those kids y'all got, man. So I'm here to motivate y'all through Get Fit with Pat, man. So
well, I got two like quick questions before we go though. So my first one, where do you see the Get Fit with Pat movement going? Do you see it as expanding to, an entire empire one day? Maybe getting your own fitness center. What's your ideas for the future?
There you go. You hit it. Fitness center. I do. Okay. I want to open me a gym. Like I do. I want to open me a gym. I do. There's this girl that I'm in contact with. I think she lives in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
I think like she inspires me a lot because she's only 29, man. She didn't open a gym, everything, and that's just something that I want to do. Okay. I want to open a gym. I want to have my own gym. People come work out with me. Like that's what I want.
Okay.
Ultimate goal.
Okay. That's dope. And my second question, to close us out is, what's the last bit of just motivation or, like a quick quote that you can give to people, to get them through their weight loss journey and to become consistent?
If you want it, you got to work for it, man. Don't nothing come easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Just work for it. I'm telling you, if you want it, you got to work for it.
Okay.
If you don't want it, you're going to do what you continue to do. Nothing.
That's
it's
fact.
what it is. You can talk about it all you want to, but if you ain't put no action behind it, it's not going to happen. So, exactly. That stems back. Don't make excuses. Just get it done.
Here we go, man. Listen, that's it. You know my saying. You know what I mean? If you ain't got it done yet, you don't want it bad enough. All right? If you ain't got it done yet, y'all don't want it bad enough, man. All right, so listen, there we have it, man. Patrionna. Got it right. Okay, McKinney. Mrs. Quan, Mrs. ACAP, or ATAP. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about the Army. Hey, man, this episode has been dope, man. I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Definitely. We have people on where we see value at, man. We saw value in what you were doing, so we had to. You know what I mean? It was crucial for us, man. And you honorarily from the city. You know what I mean? I know you said Dublin, but we ain't talking about Dublin. You from Florida. We don't adopted you, all right? So yeah, man. There you have it, man. This has been another episode of Uncharted Mind. We signing off, man. Peace.
Let's go.